Hello and welcome to day one of the Global Challenge 3. What is it actually? I don't know. It's the March VGC online tournament. I figured we would go through our Pokemon first. Unfortunately, none of them are level 50, so you can't just see from right away. But our Miraidon is choice specs to do maximum damage. Moves Volt Switch, Dazzling Gleam, Electro Drift, Draco Meteor. It's max special attack, max speed, and 4 in HP. Basically, it's here to do big damage. Terra Fairy for the Dazzling Gleam, Whimsicott, Encore, Moonblast, Tailwind, Light Screen, Terra Fairy holding the Mental Herb, so it cannot be Encored. It's max special attack and max speed. Max speed, so it's faster than any other Encore user, preferably. We got our Iron Hands here. I've used this Iron Hands before. It's almost max. It's max attack, minimum speed. It's a 0 IV speed, so it'll speed tie the slowest Calyrex Ice Rider. Is the goal. Uh, it's it's built in a way with, because it has its item is Assault Vest, where it has with Assault Vest. It's 100 special defense, 149 regular defense. So it's just a little bit bulkier on the special side with the Assault Vest, which raises its special defense by 50%. I made two differences in its moveset since the last time I used it. I actually got rid of Heavy Slam for Fluttermane. I don't think it was. I feel like I don't play enough Fluttermane. And maybe that'll end up biting me. But I put in Low Kick, so it'll do more. Low Kick does more damage to heavier targets. So primarily I want to use that for like a Miraidon, a Koraidon. I was going to do Close Combat instead, but I really don't like the special defense, just the defense drops in general. And then I switched his Terra type from Fighting to Bug, so it resists ground. Chi-Yu, he's back from the last tournament as well. He's max special attack, max speed, with I think 4 HP. Honestly, I don't remember where the 4 went. The only difference, he's choice scarfed, so he's gonna be going fast. The only thing different with him is last time I had him as Terra Grass, I think. But now he's Terra Ghost to be immune to Fake Out. Then we've got Urshifu, who is literally the exact same. I wanted to run Terra Stellar Urshifu, but I still do not have... I still haven't completed the second DLC, so I can't get Terra Stellar Shards. So instead, we're running like the default moveset. Obviously, there are some... I debated on switching U-Turn for Aqua Jet, but I figured I would just leave it as is. I actually like Terra Grass as well. Resist Rillaboom, and you can't be spored by Amoonguss. That's kind of what I'm looking for. But I guess with Miraidon, as long as Electric Terrain's up, I can't anyways. And then my Amoonguss... Oh no. Did I lock into the tournament with it having 4 moves in Pollen Puff? You know what? If that's how this is going to work, it is really funny. It's specifically to play for Calyrex Shadow Rider. It's there to just live hits from the Calyrex Shadow Rider. He is Terra Dark with Foul Play. Again, basically for the Calyrex Shadow Rider. But he's also got the Terra Dark to, instead of being like Terra Fire, to resist the Nice type move or something like that, or Terra Water is what I commonly see. I went Terra Dark because I wanted to use Mental Herb on my Whimsicott, so I figured I'd go Rocky Helmet and Terra Dark, so if a Prankster user tries to taunt me, like Tornadus or Whimsicott, I could Terra Dark and it'd be immune. And that's everything. Let's get into the first game. Alright, we're here with game 1. Let's see what we got. We are playing against a Calyrex Ice Rider team. The team actually doesn't really look like it's a Trick Room team, which is interesting. It's definitely not a Tailwind team, but it doesn't look like a hard Trick Room team either. Alright, we're gonna bring the Amoonguss just in case he does set up Trick Room, but I honestly think that this could be good for me. Alright, I'm not really positive what he'll lead with here. Calyrex Ice Rider is definitely an interesting one. So, Urshifu and Iron Hands. Surging Strikes plus Fake Out. So he's probably Assault Vest on the Raging Bolt here. Alright, based on the fact that the Fake Out went through, I was going to say that it means that he didn't go for his own Fake Out. It looks like it's going to do roughly around half. And that it will. That's pretty big damage there, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm actually going to Detect here and Low Kick. So I think it'll do a good amount of damage. Especially because I assume the Raging Bolt's going to attack into the Urshifu. Interesting, so I'm wrong. Alright, obviously the speed falls. That's okay though. Low Kick crits and picks up the KO. The Raging Bolt goes down. Alright, sends out the Landorus here. I'm interested to see what he goes for. I'm actually gonna Wild Charge into the Grimmsnarl here. Yeah, it feels like the right play. Maybe I'm wrong. I do kind of need his Landorus to go down here, and a Terra would put me quite behind. So maybe this was the wrong play. But at least if he Terras then... Okay, if this is onto the Landorus, at least then I can use my Miraidon to go for the move. Brain? Electro Drift. Surging Strikes, I'd love it to do around half. It's going to do more than half, it looks like. Yeah, gets good damage down. I do have a feeling my Urshifu is going to go down to this turn. Maybe not. It really depends what his Grimmsnarl goes for here. So I am correct. It does go down. Wild Charge probably doesn't pick up the KO. It does not. Alright. So the Hadron engine. The Core Drive gets activated. Special attack is heightened. Alright, so I'm going to Terra Fairy. And then a Wild Charge will definitely KO here. I think worst case scenario is Protect plus Spirit Break into Miraidon. And best case scenario might just be this. The full switch in here is really surprising for me. Unfortunately, the Amoonguss definitely will not be as good now. Electro Drift should do hopefully around half, maybe more. It does do just over half. Spirit Break, not into the right Pokemon. I've got to imagine that's going to end up being the game here. But maybe not. If I get the turn wrong, there's definitely worlds where I lose this. But is there? I'm pretty sure Electro Drift plus Wild Charge just wins. Maybe not wins, but it definitely shouldn't lose. Alright, this should pick up the KO. That it does. And that should be game. Very happy with that. There is something I wanted to see. Okay, it did fix Amoonguss's HP and everything. That's good. Alright, he lets his Landorus go down. We win game 1. We'll be back with game 2. Alright, we're back for game 2 here. Playing against Zen, who has a very common Calyrex Shadow Rider team. Alright. Let's see, who am I most worried about him bringing here? I could see the Incineroar lead could be a bit of a problem. Before I had to worry about Fake Out though, now I no longer have to. With the new and improved Terra Ghost on Chi-Yu. Unfortunately, Terra Ghost will not survive an Astral Barrage. But the goal with Terra Ghost is to do as much damage turn 1 as possible, I think. We will see. We'll see what he leads with. It's actually going to be Calyrex and the Grimmsnarl. I just don't know whether this is Fake Out or if this is... I'm not sure, honestly. I'm just going to Light Screen plus Heat Wave. I think it's the safest play I can make. Dang it, I got it wrong. It happens. Chi-Yu flinches and couldn't move. Astral won't pick up the KO. It'll do some damage though. Alright. As much as I would love to do literally anything else. Alright, now he's gonna have to Terra. Because he's gonna be worried about... Yeah, he's gonna be worried about a Dark type move. So I can just go for the Heat Wave. I could also see a Protect plus an Instant switch in here. But that would be really risky from him, I think. Nope, it is just going to be the Terra, likely Terra Fairy onto the Calyrex. That it is. So I'm going to get Tailwind up here. Going to make it so my Miraidon outspeeds. Gets the light screen up. I'm hoping this does at least half then. No, probably won't do half. A third? I did a little less than I would like, which is a little unfortunate. Alright. So now he's +1. So now I get to decide what to do. Terra Fairy Miraidon plus Heat Wave feels like it'll do big damage, but it might not. I mean, he could always just roll me here. If he has priority, what is it called? Parting shot. Priority parting shot onto my Miraidon could definitely, with an Incineroar switching, could definitely cause some problems, I think. It is just going to be Protect. Fake Tears on the Miraidon. I think there's actually a world where I KO through both of these anyways. I mean, his Grimmsnarl's gone for sure. Ryan use Dazzling Gleam. Alright, super effective. So unfortunately this next turn I'm pretty sure my Chi-Yu is gone. I actually just realized I really haven't explained this tournament. If you're new, it is a... Yes. Brain? The 15 battles a day for 3 days. You get a rating based on wins and losses. Whoever... It's a online tournament held by the Pokemon Company for World Championship points. And I just play it for fun. I don't ever expect to win. I think my top finish is like top 1500. The switch out from the Calyrex here is really interesting. A Thunderclap could actually KO me. It misses something. Probably the one I'd rather it hit. Dazzling Gleam. E-Web. I think my Miraidon actually goes down to a... it definitely goes down to a... I should have switched out to... into my Urshifu there. Unfortunately, I did not, and it will be the game. He can just Thunderclap. I'm really banking on him overthinking this. He did overthink it. So the Volt is going to go down. I still think he has this game locked up though. I'm just trying to think if there's any world where I win. There goes my Light Screen and my Tailwind. My Chi-Yu is going to be outsped now. Dazzling Gleam, switch into the Urshifu. I think it's my only play to win. I need my Chi-Yu to be able to outspeed. Go, Urshifu. Unfortunately, I don't know if there was a pair of Pokemon that could have helped me win this game at this point. I'm banking on this not being an attack from the Clefairy. I don't know what it's going to be. Life Dew would be game over immediately as well. Yeah, that's game. Unfortunate. Hey, there goes his Light Screen. the only win con here is Overheat KOing. Overheat plus Aqua Jet. Yeah, game over. It was worth a try. I'd love to see how much it does, though. Okay. Unfortunate. We're gonna go 1-on-1 here. We'll be back for game 3. Alright, we're back with game 3. Let's see what we're playing against here. We are playing against a Miraidon, Metagross, Incineroar, Chienko, Corrigorap team. I can't lie to you, this is a different team than I've ever seen. But I like these 4. I'm interested to see what that Metagross do. It could be Choice Band, Paranormal Explosion. If he leads it, I might have to worry a little bit. Or Choice Scarf, Paranormal Explosion. I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess we're about to find out. Alright. Let's see what he leads with here. Got a Lunala as the profile picture and using a Miraidon team. Interesting. It's gonna be the Corrigorap and the Miraidon here. Against the Whimsicott. Okay. So it's the classic Iron Seed, or Electric Seed Miraidon. Alright, so what I'm gonna read here is he's gonna Terra Fairy. That's what I'm reading here. Oh, please. Please. I didn't Terra because if I am correct, my Miraidon lives a light. Oh no. I guess I'm banking on an outspeed here. Oh, it does. Goodbye. Well, that's a really big turn 1. I get Light Screen up, and I KO his restricted. Alright, let's see who he decides to switch in. It is the Incineroar. Alright, so I'm honestly expecting Trick Room to come out here. So I'm just gonna Moonblast for some damage. Probably could have Moonblast actually into the Corrigorap spot. He's already Terra'd as well, so his Incineroar is going to be weak to both of my Pokemon in the back the entire game. Yeah, my 2 Pokemon I have out currently are not 2 Pokemon that you look at in the Trick Room. Alright, my attack gets boosted. I mean... yeah, that would have been really big into the Corrigorap. Ooh, good read from him. Leftovers. Interesting. So I can't fake out because... oh, I guess I was debating on clicking Tailwind here, because it would make my Iron Hands probably faster than his Incineroar and his Corrigorap. but it's not worth it. Moonblast into his Frigoraph with I think it's a 30% chance of lowering the speed is better. Or not, 30% chance of lowering the special attack. 88 HP remaining. Parting shot. That's okay. I think I'm roughly at neutral attack then, yeah? Don't be a ghost type, I don't know what that is. Ah, his own Whimsicott. I did not know he had one. Moonblast. I would love to see what he goes for here. Again, Iron Hand just eats. He picks up the double. Or, I mean, he doubles for the knockout. But, now that he's done that, I think I'm right on just come back in and sweep the game. I still haven't Terra'd, so I think this is where I just Terra Fairy. Click Moonblast here. I mean, I don't see any world where his Frigoraph or his Whimsicott live this turn. Oh, he could Light Screen. Then I could see it. Alright. Let's see it. So it is going to be Light Screen here. This could actually be a really big turn. It doesn't KO the Frigoraph. With the Incineroar in the back, this could actually prove to end up being a challenge. Who am I kidding? Well, wait a second. Maybe. So, switch into Urshifu. Bang. He can pick up the KO right now, this turn, onto my Urshifu. But I think he'd have to trade it for a KO on with me KOing his Frigoraph. And then next turn a full HP Miraidon, Electro Drift into Incineroar should pick up the KO. Now for a second I thought he could have read that. Just like it picks up the KO. Unfortunately for him. There's that KO. And unless a crit? I don't even know if it would be enough to pick up the KO on the Miraidon here. Maybe I'm underestimating the Incineroar's damage here, but I don't think I am. Electro Drift. Moonblast. Here it comes. No, crit wouldn't have been enough. Moonblast. Bang. Alright. We win game 3. We'll be back with game 4. Alright, we're back with game 4. We're playing a rain team here. Ooh, this one is a toughie. This is definitely one of the ones that I am not really going to be a big fan of. I would expect to see that Rillaboom in the lead here. I was debating on bringing the Amoonguss here, but I don't think I'm going to. I think there's 2 grass types, and then the Kyogre could be Terra Grass. I think the Kyogre teams are always the biggest challenges. You just never know what they're gonna do. I mean, he has a couple really good leads here. Grimmsnarl Kyogre, Kyogre Rillaboom. I mean, Kyogre Basket Legion wouldn't even be a bad lead. I mean, a lot of these leads are a really good way to start for him, that's for sure. I think the worst case scenario is Kyogre Rillaboom. And that doesn't mean I can't get out of it, but it just means it'll definitely cause me some problems. Alright, it took him almost down to the wire to pick, though, so... I just imagine Rillaboom, with me being a Miraidon team, a lot of teams playing against Miraidon will lead their Rillaboom. Alright, let's see what it is. It is the Grimmsnarl Rillaboom, so no Miraidon, or I mean no, okay. So it's actually really interesting. It's actually not what I saw coming. So with Fake Out on the horizon, I might just detect. Reflect. So no Fake Out. Do over half. Bullet Seed. Bullet Seed? That's definitely a new one. Alright, Moonblast. Switch into the Miraidon. I guess Bullet Seed's to pick up the KO on Urshifus that are Focus Sash, which I get. It seems like it would be a good play. I would expect a Light Screen from his Grimmsnarl here. It should put me in a good spot, honestly. I would not be surprised if all of his Rillaboom decides to switch out. I'd honestly be shocked if it's not U-turn. It's actually the Grimmsnarl switching out. Kyogre would be big, or Celadon. Gets the bridge in. Does a little bit. Bullet Seed. I mean, it tickles my Miraidon. It looks like it hits all 5 times though. So I'm assuming that means he's loaded dice. I've got to decide whether I think Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam. He didn't set up Light Screen. Electric Miraidon. Terra Fairy. Well, I could just. I'm now just realizing I could just. Okay. This feels like a really big play for me here. It could go very poorly. It really depends what he does himself. Dazzling Gleam. I'd love to pick up the KO onto the Archelodon this turn. I do not, because he's a Salt Fest Archelodon, of course. I don't know why I didn't read that after the Archelodon. No special attack lowers. High horsepower, Miraidon lives it because he's the GOAT. Snarl. Really not bad for me. I could be wrong here, but I think a double up KOs both. I really would not be shocked at all to see a Rillaboom switch out. There's not one though. Yeah, I think Moonblast might not pick up the KO and it would really suck. But I think it should. It does. A really big KO there. Alright. So now I've got a lot to think about. So I either go Light Screen, or Moonblast, or Tailwind. I really like Moonblast into the Grimmsnarl. And then switch into Urshifu. Because if he's Choice Scarf, that should give me the option for Miraidon plus Urshifu in the back. Thunder Wave. That's what I was worried about. Alright, I guess we'll see the speed tiers here. So he's not Choice Scarf. Pick up the KO. It puts us in a 3v1. Origin Pulse shouldn't pick up the KO on the Whimsicott. And it most definitely doesn't on the Urshifu either. Light Screen. Close Combat. Origin Pulse does not have 100% accuracy, and it won't pick up either KO this turn either. Light Screen by itself should be enough to put this game out of reach. By Light Screen, he clicks Water Spout. Maybe it's a different game then, but I don't think it is either way. Origin Pulse. Oh, the Whimsicott actually doesn't live. Big move. Close Combat actually hits the mark. Reflect is still up. I forgot about that. Leftovers. There goes the electricity. I was originally going to switch in the Iron Hands if the electricity had one more turn, but it does not. So no reason to do that. Hadron Engine. Alright. He hasn't Terra'd yet, correct? He didn't Terra the Rillaboom, he didn't Terra the Archelodon. Alright, we're just gonna go for Draco Meteor then. And Close Combat again, why not? Here comes the Terra. I'm assuming it's Terra Grass. With everything else I've seen this game, it should be Terra Grass. That it is. Draco Meteor connects. Picks up the KO. We get the win. We are now 3-1. We'll be back with Game 4. Game 5. Alright, we're back with Game 5. Let's see what we're going against here. It is a Calyrex Shadow Rider team. So far, obviously, Calyrex is the only team we have lost to. So, maybe I switch it up this time. Urshifu was not the play last time. I could try an Iron Hands. It might work a little better. Yeah, let's run Iron Hands. Urshifu just, I mean, it's a different team though, so that might, you know, make a difference as well, but Iron Hands with the Assault Vest and Light Screen up should be eating hits from this Calyrex Shadow Rider all day. Alright, we'll just skip to the, oh, never mind. I was going to say we could skip to the battle, but he picked his Pokemon. I feel like there's a lot of time that we just sit here normally and wait. No, we're not going to have to do that for this battle. let's see what it is. Send out the duo, the Landorus and the Tornadus. Oh, Rain Dance maybe is what's coming? I don't know. I could just click Snarl here. I could have went Terra Ghost Snarl, but I like just Snarl. It lowers both special attacks. I don't really see him Terraing here. It's not going to do that much damage. I'd be happy if it does like a 5th. But as long as it hits both, I'll be okay with it. He actually does Terra turn 1. Did not see that coming. It's on the Lando. Terra Water. Interesting. So he was worried about Heat Wave very clearly. So I just clicked the Tailwind. Go for Snarl. So he is actually going to go for 2 attacking moves here, it looks like. It honestly did more damage than I thought it would. Stance here, of course it hits both. Chi-Yu should go down. Chi-Yu actually lives. Alright, miss one of the bleak ones, please. Nah, perfect accuracy. Why not? I do get Tailwind. Unfortunately, I don't get Light Screen, which, I mean, this one was already going to be tough, but I would imagine this one's just over now. I really can't see, I just can't see this team really getting through the Calyrex and whatever else he has. Alright, so we're just gonna fake out here. I'm trying to make sure I do enough damage to pick up both KOs. And I'm not actually as worried about picking up the KO on the Landorus. I actually am pretty sure the Landorus is Choice Scarfed. I could be wrong about that though. So he's actually gonna sacrifice his Landorus here. Oh no. He's just wasting the fake out turn. It's honestly smart from him. I do think either way I'll pick up the double KO. I would have much rather had the Urshifu for the rest of this game though, rather than the Iron Hands. I mean, maybe my thinking will change as this turn progresses. So withdraw on the Landorus. So it's going to be the Raging Bolt. So it's going to just eat this. Tailwind, that means nothing to me. Oh, there's no world I pick up the KO, right? It's quad resisted, isn't it? It is. If it picks up the KO, I win immediately, though. So I should lose now. It should be an almost guaranteed loss. I'm honestly trying to think of a world where I win this game. I mean, I don't even think a crit. No, I meant to click Dazzling Gleam. You don't even think I mean, maybe him not. The only way I win this is if he doesn't click. What's the electric type move that's like Sucker Punch? That one. I took it a little better than I thought I would have to. Is this my last turn of Tailwind? Because if it is, it's over anyways. No? Did he click Tailwind? I think it might be. Yeah, that's game then. If he got his Tailwind up, that's game. Because now the Landorus will outspeed, it'll do enough damage. Yeah, 2 turns of Tailwind. Yeah, I've just got to go for Drain Punch here on the Landorus. Hope my Miraidon somehow survives and does damage this turn, but I just don't see it. It survives. I needed it to miss the Miraidon there. Actually, if it would have missed both, somehow all 3 of his double targeting moves that have 85% accuracy hit. Unfortunate. We'll be back with game 6. Alright, we're back for game 6? Yes, we're 3-2 so far. Okay. This is a weird team here. I honestly don't know what to expect. I'm just gonna bring these 4. These are like my safest 4. I don't think it's a Trick Room team, so I'm not really worried about Trick Room. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I mean, he could have some different strategy that really catches me by surprise. Or it could be just a bunch of random Pokemon so he can get rewards. I'm going to assume that his Hitmonlee has Fake Out. This could end very poorly. I think I just Tailwind. I think I just go for the safe play. I don't know what Hitmonlee does. You. He actually Terra's turn 1. Well, that'll at least give me a good thought into his head. Alright, Terra Fairy, play rough? He wanted the KO on the Miraidon, I guess? Goodbye, Chiyu. You did great. Terra Fairy, Terra Blast. Yeah, Chiyu, you ain't living that, my guy. The crit? I guess the real question is, did it matter? I'm gonna go no. Alright. Well, now that I know what he wanted to do... Seems like a pretty safe play for me. Maybe, just maybe, he doesn't live. Encore. Please pick up the KO. It does. Alright, it is now 3-3. But I still have my Terra. His Hitmonlee is locked in to Fake Out. The Ninetales comes out, which is Drought. Which I'm now realizing could cause some issues. Electro Drift, and then I guess I can just Light Screen just in case. So withdraw on the Hitmonlee. I'm assuming it's going to be the Arcanine. That it is. Protect on the Ninetales. I should have read the protect, maybe. Electro Drift. And I guess just Moonblast into the Ninetales. I'm hoping this is enough to pick up the KO. That it is. And puts us in a 3v2. Moonblast should do, hopefully, 1/5. That's roughly what it does. No special attack drop. It misses the Miraidon. With the light screen up, it doesn't pick up the Whimsicott either. Tailwind ends, but it does not make a difference. Hitmonlee. Alright. No, no, no. Alright, let's just read it. Fake out onto the Whimsicott is hilarious. Unfortunately for it, that would mean see you later in Ninetales. Oh no, not the electricity. Whatever shall we do? Alright, put this back against the wall. What will the Hitmonlee do? Battle was cancelled. Miraidon with 3 KOs and was looking to get a 4th. Alright, we'll be back with the 7th game. Alright, we're back. We have a Calyrex Ice team with the Amoonguss. This is definitely one of those teams that I worry about a little bit. What do I think the lead's going to be? Alright, I think this is the 4 that I bring. It's gonna be a bit rough here. But this is my best Trick Room counter team. And he has more of a Trick Room style Calyrex team. Originally I wanted to use a Calyrex team for this tournament. But I ended up against it, going against my thoughts last second. Alright. So I could Terra Ghost Overheat into the Landorus and just assume that he's Fake Out into I could Fake Out into either of these. Well, if I read the turn correct, then this is the play. Because if it's Fake Out into Chi-Yu, I win. And if it's Fake Out to well, I don't win, but I'm up early. And if it's Fake Out into Iron Hands, yeah, then I would say this turn doesn't matter for it. Alright, Landorus goes down turn 1. Very big KO. The Iron Hands punches. Here comes the Calyrex. Kind of what I figured this turn. Alright, this is where it starts to get interesting. I could chip the Calyrex here. The play that I'm making only works if he switches into, or I mean, if he goes for Trick Room. If he goes for Glacial Lance, I am very behind. Terra on the Calyrex. Terra Water. Interesting. Okay. I'm really hoping this is Trick Room then. The Willow comes out. Now if I tickle them. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Wrong Pokemon. 4 here. Right on here. I mean, if he is... I just sold. I just sold. I knew I'd do this. Alright, unfortunately we lose because I make a severe misplay. My lapse in judgment cannot be yeah. I mean, that's game over right there. There really isn't a reason to keep playing at this point. This should be his Amoonguss. If it's not Amoonguss, maybe I stay. But if it's Amoonguss, I immediately... Yeah, okay. That's game. I don't have any way to get through Amoonguss with my last 3. Well, I mean... Heat Wave will kill it. Well, it might kill it. So I got an option. I can either Rage Powder to get rid of a Spore. Actually, that won't work anyways. So he Rage Powder, or I mean he protects plus Spore probably. Haha. That's funny. We did the exact same thing to each other. Like how we both... Alright, get me out of this game. We'll be back for the next one. This was really bad. I played terrible. Alright, we're back. We've got an Indeedee team here. I don't know why I said Indeedee when it's a Kyogre team. He does have Tailwind. Alright. What do I think he's gonna lead? Kyogre and Tornadus, probably. So I'm gonna leave these two with these two in the back. I think that's my best play. Alright, we'll get right into the game. Alright, let's see what he's leading with here. Still have no clue. This time went basically down to the last second, so it was a good thing that we did this. It is going to be the Chien-Pao and the Tornadus. I'm not going to lie to you, not the 2 that I had in the lead. Okay, I did not mean to do that. So I can either go Tailwind or Light Screen here. I actually like the Light Screen plus Fake Out option here. He could use his Terra turn 1, but I really don't. Honestly, I might be a little behind if that's what he decides to do. He could go for Protect. Honestly, the more that I think about it, the Fake Out is a bad play. But it's going to end up working out in my favor. So I do go for the Light Screen. Icy Wind. Of course, of course. I mean, my Pokemon were already slow, so not really... Honestly, I'm kind of surprised about that. I can Drain Punch, pick up the KO. Icy Wind instead of Bleak Wind is different. I don't know if I've ever seen Torn use Icy Wind. Normally what? Tailwind, Bleak Wind. Ice Shard picks up the KO. That's fine. I don't get the Tailwind set up, which could definitely hurt me in the late game. Hurricane? And it crits. Okay. I will get a lot of my HP back, though. So no Terra early from him. I'm gonna switch in the Urshifu. I think the Urshifu threatens some pressure. I think I'm down really bad, though. It is the Kyogre. This is what I was worried about. Okay. The Surging Strikes KO the Tornadus. I think that's kind of what I need here. And then a low kick. This is kind of my win con here. Probably gonna be Terra on the Kyogre. Terra Water? Uh-oh. Nope, I've got no way to lower the speed. I really need, really need Iron Hands to live. Iron Hands does not live. I mean, that's gonna be the game. Does this pick up the KO? Oh, it most definitely does. I guess we're gonna at least see who his fourth and final Pokemon was. Ah, with the Tailwind up, there was no chance anyways. It's probably Choice Scarf on his own Urshifu. Is there a win con? No. Aqua Jet to lower the damage, maybe? I still do so much in the rain. It's honestly kind of crazy. I mean, it's a good game. I got played. Just kind of how it goes sometimes. Alright, we'll be back in the next. Alright, we're back with the 9th game. So far, not really looking that great. It is a Zamazenta team. What am I expecting here? 3 grass types. I think that means automatically we lead Chi-Yu. And now who is in the back? Probably the Iron Hands. I think I matched up the best of the best team. Alright, we'll be back when he picks his team. Alright. We're back. Oh, he's got a picture of his Whimsicott there. I don't even remember. Did he have a Whimsicott on the team? I think so. Oh, wait. So he brings the Grass Duo. Well, unfortunately for his Grass Duo, my Chi-Yu really likes to eat grass. What? Alright, so what I'm expecting is a fake out into Chi-Yu, I Terra Ghost, it does nothing. Spore into Chi-Yu. Do I expect one of him to Terra just in case of I'm Terra Ghost? I guess we're about to find out. Yes. So this might not be fake out into Chiyu, which could cause some problems. A lot of them, actually. The one good thing is he no longer resists Miraidon's. Oh, this is so bad. Is this gonna be high horsepower? It's not very effective. Now the question is... what item is that Amoongus? Dang it! That really sucks. Okay. So I broke the multi-scale. Oh, the burn! I eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner now. Burn, do big damage. Heat wave, gonna do nothing. Actually gonna switch in the Miraidon this turn. If he clicks the dragon move into my grass or my fairy type, he deserves it, I guess. I actually expect another U-turn from his Rillaboom this turn. Scott, come back. Alright. So my Chiyu should live no matter what here. Some okay damage. You live. It makes sense. Alright. How do I get through this? Okay. So I send out the Iron Hand. So my attack is increased. I fake out plus Draco Meteor. Okay, that definitely sucks. I think that's game. How am I gonna get through? I don't see it. I don't see my way back in. The withdraw, so here comes the Rillaboom back in. He didn't bring his restricted. I live though. Okay, light screen literally makes almost no difference at this point. This is okay though. Does he have the damage at this point to get through my Iron Hands? I'm not positive. He doesn't know this, I don't think. But his Whimsicott is actually going to be the hardest Pokemon for me to get through. Perfect. Moonblast. The double up. I kind of figured that could happen. Brain Punch. Don't pick up the KO, but I get really close. Is he in range of a Moonblast? I'm not honestly sure. We're gonna find out. I honestly wouldn't be shocked if he switches out his Rillaboom here. Yeah, he boomed me. The Amoonguss is going to be tough to get around. Big KO from him there. It does over half. Or under half, I mean. He'll be able to Spore. That's what I'm looking at here. Wild Charge in electric terrain. If either Pokemon's coming out, I choose the wrong one. Uh-oh. This is going to be a long thought out game. Pick up the KO, pick up the KO, pick up the KO, pick up the KO, pick up the KO. I think that's game. It might end up being an ugly, painfully slow game. But my Iron Hands is at full HP. And all he has left is an Amoonguss. Yeah. No, I'm not saying it's over. But I don't know how he's gonna get through. That did a lot. Rocky Helmet, yeah, I had a feeling. Get it under half? That did a lot less than I needed it to. Live, 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 live. That's game. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, because the thing is, once I can get to using Drain Punch, The battle was canceled. We'll be back with the, I think, 10th game. Alright, we're back in game 10 here. It is a Kyogre team. Looks like he wants speed. Alright, what am I worried about from a lead if I lead these two? The Roaring Moon would be bad, but it wouldn't be, like, game over immediately. I like these four. Alright, we'll get back when he picks his team. Alright, we're back. Let's see what he leads with here. Got the shiny Archelodon in the background. You can tell this man is a true gamer. The Raichu and the Kyogre. I would imagine that means Fake Out is incoming. Don't want to click it yet. Light screen here. Detect. Alright, I like the starts. Obviously that Raichu is there to disrupt Miraidon. Of course. Light screen. The Spout. Interesting. I did not see Spout coming out turn 1. That's some big damage there. Even with light screen, that's crazy. Yep, he's either got to be Mental Herb or I should be ahead. Hey. I did not click Tailwind. Oh, I'm worried. Alright, so he's not Choice Scarf, so I'm interested to see what he goes for here. Origin Pulse. It always hits both. I swear it never misses. So unfortunately, that's probably going to be game. I'm just trying to think of a way to get myself back into this. I got one. Fake Out into here, close combat here. Alright, this is my only play, I think. I was debating on maybe trying to read some switches, but it's not even worth it. I mean, this has to be the play. I really could have went crazy and doubled into the Roaring Moon. And I think that was my win con. Is doubling into the Roaring Moon. Oh, well, it would have been over anyways. Yeah, I would have had to read this and go for Surging Strikes. Honestly, this isn't terrible. And, Urshifu, thank you. Okay. It's not ideal. But I think that gave us more of a chance. Maybe not, though. If I want to win this, I've got to keep as much of my HP alive as I can. Should I have Terra bugged there? Terra Bug might have been the play. I knew he was going to do that. But I need to sacrifice my Miraidon. I think the only way I win is if this is into the Miraidon. That did nothing. That did a lot. He still has his Raichu. I forgot that Raichu was still alive. Okay. That's a problem. That's funny. I mean, that's game. So maybe it's not funny. I should have Terra Bug there. I'm dumb. I forgot. Iron Hand flinches. Can't move. Light screen wears off. Okay. So here's where I have to start doing damage. If he switches the Raichu out for Kyogre, it would be the funniest thing. Uh-oh, here comes my Terra. Whatever could it be? Terra Bug! Any crits? Not my speed. Uh-oh, Psychic. Okay. He is Sash. I kind of figured he would be. Is there even a win con anymore? I don't think so. He switches out of the Raichu? I guess that's the win con? Should have forfeited here, honestly. Yeah. Does it pick up the KO on the Iron Hands? Is the only question I have left. I'll play. That does. I don't even know if Psychic would have. Alright, unfortunate. That's gonna end up being the game. I completely forgot the Raichu was still alive. If I would have remembered, it was winnable. Alright, well, we'll be back with the next game. Alright, we are back. Calyrex Shadow and DD Horns Up is male. Hisuian Typhlosion, Garganackle. This is a weird team here. I'm really not that confident. Don't know what he's going to be running. I assume Calyrex Shadow's in the lead, just with what? Alright. It is the Whimsicott. And this is my counter lead for these exact two. Now I've got to make some decisions. I think I mean, I have to light screen. The question is, do I Heat Wave? Yeah, I think I have to Heat Wave. I could have Snarled. I really wanted to Snarl. But it's not worth. So he clicks Tailwind. I was a little worried he'd click Tailwind. But at the end of the day, it's really not that bad. Because now I can click Tailwind. Oh, don't be Calyrex Shadow. Come on, game. I did not catch a break there, that's for sure. Dark Pulse would have been massive. Garganackle. So he's looking at picking up the KO here. Do I have any play here? Other than just Heat Wave? And what's the play after this turn? I guess we're gonna find out after this turn. I get the Tailwind up. Heat Wave hits both this time. Does over half to the Shadow. It tickled. Absolutely tickled the Garganackle though. Which would lead me to believe that he's a Salt Fest. Oh, I'm gonna die from the Salt Curing, aren't I? Please live. I'm like 2. That's game. Needed that to live. Alright. So, I want to say I have a win con here. No Terra from him yet. Alright, so I'm gonna go Electro Drift, Surging Strikes. Alright, so I get the turn correct. Oh, please live. Oh, I eat. So this should pick up the KO then on both. Right? At least should pick up the KO on the Shadow Rider. And I'm just imagining it picks up the KO on the Garganackle. Surging Strike, super effective. It's closer than I thought it was going to be. And it's not going to pick up the KO. Alright, what could he have in the back? Aqua Jet will KO that. The Lax. I think I win. Could be wrong. Snorlax, not really sure what he wants to do, but I don't know if he'll eat an Electro Drift. Protect fails. Because he clicked Wide Guard, which means Protect has a 1 in 3 chance. Electro Drift, even if it doesn't KO, should win anyways. It does not KO. But as I just said, I should win anyways. How would he imagine that that was going to work there? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Not my Tailwind. Battle was cancelled. Alright, we'll be back in battle number 12. Alright, we're back with game 12. We've got a Annihilate Dozogiri. Okay, this one, bit worrying here. I could definitely see myself struggling with this matchup. I gotta pick my lead correct. I really haven't done well against Calyrex Shadow Riders. I think I'm 1 and 2. I guess maybe I'm 2-1. I'm pretty sure Shadow's the restricted we played the most so far. I think we played 2 Ice Riders. Have we only played Riders? I'm trying to think of a different restricted we played. Oh, we played a Zacian and a Zamazenta. But I think we beat both of those. Except the Zamazenta didn't even bring the Zamazenta. I just realized. Alright, we'll be back when he picks a team. Alright, we're back. Let's see what he leads with here. He's got a Slowpoke in his hand. I'm honestly a bit worried for what he leads. The Ape plus Weezing. So abilities do not work here. That means. So I can Terra Ghost, avoid a fighting type move. And then what? Light Screen? Or Tailwind? We're gonna Light Screen because he... Would this mean he doesn't have Dozo Giri in the back then? Or that, or he doesn't have his Calyrex? It could be you clicking Final Gambit. And that would suck. Burn, 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 burn. Clicking Shadow Claw into a Pokemon that's... crazy! Right? Right? Clicking Shadow Claw into a Pokemon that's a Dark type by nature? I feel like I just got destroyed there. Alright. I no longer... am able to do like anything. This is basically game over because I got bopped turn 1. But I just didn't read it. I figured he'd go for like Drain Punch or something like that. Not Shadow Claw. What? It's okay. Dazzling Gleam. It leaves the bro. Are you joking me right now? Ooh, it misses. And that's a big turn. Now, unfortunately, I don't see the Weezing going down to this double up. And I get Tailwind up that turn. With Light Screen up? Goodbye, Weezing. You're done for the game. Or for at least a couple turns. Oh, but no, because Encore with him on the field. So I gotta imagine this is... This has to be Shadow coming in. Is it Sonic Shadow in here would be kind of crazy. Not crazy enough. What HP is my Wims at? Full? Alright, we'll go for the Encore. It'd be a big play. But to win, I'm gonna need my... Okay, that doesn't do anything for me. Dazzling Gleam. He's gonna live at least another one. So it fails, so he gets a guaranteed protect this turn. Who do I have in the back? I have Shifu. So I Moonblast here. The Withdraw. Big turn here. Oh, I wish if I would have read this Encore into the Calyrex, GG. Oh, that sucks. Orange down indeed. Oh, it was horns up. Oh, please, special attack drop, special attack drop, special attack drop, special attack drop. Both my mons live this, though. Only one of my mons live this, though. Dang it! That's game. Tailwind goes down. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking, heartbreaking. Oh, so unfortunate. Dazzling Gleam. There's no way Aqua Jet KOs from here, I'm thinking. I just gotta go for it anyways. Whatever. Okay, it didn't matter anyways. Unless somehow my Miraidon's faster and it picks up the KO. Psychic Terrain, ha 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 ha. I'm an idiot. My Miraidon is not faster. It will not live this. And that will be the game. It didn't matter either way. And DD being in the back is not what I expected. I don't know what I expected, though. If I would have read the Encore, it would have been game. Alright. We'll be back for the next. Alright, entering game 13, we are 6-6, so have not had the most amount of luck so far. Another Calyrex Shadow Rider team. Not very surprising. Last time with these leads, I got bopped by a Grimmsnarl, I'm pretty sure. This time I will not make that same mistake. I don't think we've beaten an Ice Rider team yet, unfortunately. With some better play, we could definitely be 9-3 right now. That last game, I should have read the Weezing switch out. Should have encored it. Encored the Calyrex just in case. It was the safest play to make. Actually, that wouldn't have worked anyways, I'm now realizing. Oh well. Alright. Now I gotta think hard here. He probably has Fake Out. Now if I'm him staring down these two, the Iron Hands is more threatening. Right? Yeah. The Iron Hands is more threatening. So he's gonna be going for a Fake Out into the hands. I get it wrong. So what does he want here then? Reflect? Light Screen. Of course. Probably only does about a third now. It's a smart play. Okay. Sick. See, that's what I don't get. I miss, like, so many Heat Waves, but the Origin Pulse never misses. Of course. Is there any world where I... We should trade KOs here. But... Oh no. Switching Miraidon in here could end this game for me. Alright, I need to play this really smart. So I've got a couple of options here. I can just Electro Drift for big damage. Because I can't have him reading a Thunder Wave here. So if he does, it'll be game over immediately. But I think I just have to go for it anyways. I think it's too predictable. If I was him, I'd Thunderwave the Miraidon here. If that's what he has. Okay, we're gonna find out. So that's not what he's going for here. He's not even going for a priority move, so he's going for an attack. So we're not going to get to see what it is. So no matter what, he's losing the Ogre Pawn this turn. Well, unless he switches it out. I'm assuming here comes the Shadow Rider. There he is. Thing is, both of my Pokemon should eat at least 2. From full HP, they should both eat 2. And I'm gonna Drain Punch to get more HP back. And Iron Hands could eat 3 or 4 depending on HP situations later in this game. Here comes the Terra. He has to be Terra Fire. There's no way you Terra if you're not Terra Fire. Ground? Worried about... I guess Wild Charge was the best move for me here. Alright, do about a third. It did about a third. It honestly did more than I thought it would. Alright. Now that shocked me that he did that. That healed me a lot less than I would have liked it to. A lot less than I would have liked it to. Raging Bolt, you say? Well, I've got bad news for me. I think that's the game. He could protect... Let's just read it. Let's read a protect. But even reading a protect, I don't think I win. He did not protect. So that means I'm not going to win. Thunderbolt. Doesn't KO, but this will. And unfortunately, if I had Urshifu, this could be winnable. But with no Terra and no Trick Room up, we will lose. Goes just over half. Glacial Lance picks up the KO. Alright. We'll be back for game 13? No, that was 13. 14? Alright, we're back with game 14. We are 6-7. Obviously, the goal would have been to finish over 500. Wow, very hard Trick Room team coming out here from him. I mean, with this Trick Room being that hard, I might have to get crazy. I really want to bring Urshifu. I'm legitimately debating on leaving Miraidon. No, I can't. I can't, because stopping a Spore late game could be huge. He very clearly wants to go Spore. Alright, we'll be back when he picks his team. Alright. Here it is. Let's see what it leads. I assume Pokemon is set up Trick Room. The Amoonguss and the Dusclops. Obviously my Pokemon here don't really have the best energy. But I'm hoping... Nah, this probably wouldn't be enough to KO. He's gonna get Trick Room up, but he's gonna lose the Amoonguss here. I have a minimum speed. I think he's behind. Not super behind, but just slightly. Because I assume it's going to be the Calyrex. Slowbro, okay. Well, I don't know what Slowbro is going to do here. I'm going to Terra Bug. I don't know why, I just am. It just feels like the right play. He's taking a while to think. I don't think he was really planning on his Amoonguss going down turn 1. He wanted to be able to Spore turn 2, I think is what he really wanted. Slowbro's quick draw activates, which something seems like it makes him go first. Okay, Iron Hands, Big Legs. Yep, prediction 100. That's fine. Not gonna be enough to pick up the KO. But that will. There we go. One Pokemon remaining. He still hasn't seen either of my Pokemon. There should be 3 turns of Trick Room left. Drain Punch should get some health back. He's gonna Terra here. The only problem I have... That Terra definitely saved my Iron Hands. Terra Psychic! Oh no! Wait, but Amoonguss is foul play. That's really not good damage. I need one of my Pokemon to go down this turn, preferably. Uh-oh. I really didn't do enough. Lefties. Alright, that's it. I'm I'm sacrificing for the greater good. The Will-O-Wisp is so big. It just needs to do enough. Oh no, I don't think that's enough. This is bad now. I can't Spore. Which may not be the worst thing in the world. Picks up a double KO. Wait. That definitely puts it in KO range of Amoonguss. It has to. Go right on. Go Amoonguss. So now I can't Spore. He knows that. So he's probably like, ha ha ha. I win. But little does he know, foul play picks up the KO. And that's why you got foul play on the Amoonguss. Pain split. Amoonguss has so much HP that it goes off the charts. And Dusclops does not live. Securing the game. Alright, we'll be back with the 15th and final game. Alright, we're back with the 15th and final game. We are 7-7 so far. And this is a scary team. It's a very fast team. I like this. I think this is going to work good. We'll wait. We'll see what Pokemon he brings. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay, it's literally been maybe 10 seconds since I paused it. Literally, as I paused it, he selected his Pokemon. But normally, they take a lot longer than that. And I don't want to make you guys wait 40 seconds. I don't barely want to wait the 40 seconds. Alright. So I think I got the leads right here. I don't need to Tailwind. I just want to. I think that's where I'm at here. What is this Dragonite? Is he gonna Terra the Tinglu here turn 1? What if the answer to both is yes? Well, the Dragonite being yes makes sense. Alright, I broke his multi-scales. He's gonna live. I'm really banking on him not being Rocky Helmet. So no matter what he's going for, I need it to do less than what I did. Okay, that's not terrible. That's really not bad. Yeah, that's really not bad. Do I want to pick up the KO? I think I have to go for the KO here. I don't think it matters what move he clicks on the Tinglu, he should be gone. I could have encored the Dragonite. I just don't know if I would have been faster than Tinglu. I assume I would have been. But it's honestly not a risk I was willing to take. Ah, that sucks. It definitely KOs too. Yeah, it does. And his restricted is Zamazenta. So his speed raises. I've got Chi-Yu in the back. Go Miraidon. Is it the Zama? It is Flutter. Oh man, I don't know. I've got a plan. Encore, Terra Fairy, Electro Drift. Oh please. Please work. This is a crazy plan. But I think it'll work. I think he'll go down with his Whimsicott. And he'll be stuck in with the Dragonite. He still hasn't Terra'd himself. A Terra Dark Dragonite and my heart sinks. I need his Flutter Mane to go down this turn. Oh, that really sucks. I did not read the extreme speed at all. Icy Wind. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. I drift. Unfortunately, this is game. I think. Oh, I thought I outplayed him so good. Oh, that sucks. Okay, what's the win con here? Heat Wave obviously works really well, but he's gonna Terra. Extreme Speed just does too much to ignore. Yeah, Terra Dragon, it's game. Unfortunate, we're gonna end up 7 and 8 today. The Electro Drift maybe made a difference if it's into... I don't think so. I eat that actually, wait a second. Heavy Slam, no, it's game over. If the Miraidon would have lived on 1, then maybe it's a different story. But it does not. I would have needed to burn that turn. Unfortunate. We'll stick it out just because why not? Oh, okay. Well, that's gonna do it. We go 7 and 8 today. Just off poor play. I really do think we could have won most of these. Dang, it just really sucks. Alright. Let's get out of here. Let's see where we finish overall. If that encore play would have worked, I would have won too. Alright. I honestly thought that we would be doing much better than this after today. I was really expecting to be like 10 and 5. It's unfortunate. It's just the teams that I wanted to build. I either couldn't find the right Pokemon or I didn't have the right IVs. Alright. So we finished 1505, which is really bad for day 1. By the time day 1 ends, I'll be in like 2,000 to 3,000 range. If you enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe. If not, that's alright. Have a good rest of your day, and peace.